shake and have the energy. Well, good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. 37 degrees out there in sunny Florida. I don't know what's going on, but this is absolutely crazy. So anyway, today what we're going to do is share tips on how to lose up to 100 pounds or even more if you stick with it. But first, a little break so that I could take my Benefits Whole Body Shake and have the energy to do this every day. So excuse me, and anybody there, chime in. Make a comment, say something, so I know you're here. Anyway, until then, I'll drink this. You know, woo, that is good. Anyway, Rick Nappi here, naturopathic, homeopathic doctor. What I try to do is give you some useful tips and hips and tricks and all that sort of stuff that actually provide a longevity in whatever pursuit you're trying to reach or goal. And I break it down into layman terms. I don't try to get so sophisticated and all that sort of stuff. But one thing I can say is this right here, Benefits Whole Body Shake. Tomorrow, I'm going to bare my soul. Tomorrow, Fun Friday. Maybe not so much fun for you. Not fun for me either, but I'm going to tell my story of why I developed this, what medical condition I was going through, how I almost lost my life, and how I had some very significant decisions to make, whether to take traditional treatment or die or do this. So anyway, let's get on with it. So you want to lose 100 pounds or more, huh? Or you want to lose 20 pounds? Or you want to lose 10 pounds? Or you want to lose 50 pounds? Well, let's get you started. And I'll give you some of the ways that you can actually do this. How's that? All right? So, 1, you have to have a plan. Look, it means playing the long game. And during that time, you're going to be facing some challenges. Remember, if you want to achieve a goal, just like any athlete or anybody in school, in academia, or anywhere else, it's the long game that's important. Somebody in junior high school is striving to get to high school. Someone in high school is striving that long game to get to college. Someone in college is striving for the long game to do well, to get into a good corporate job somewhere. So, and there are challenges along the way, right? So no matter what we do in life, there are challenges. And if we don't look at the long game, then we're just putting little Band-Aids on it or whatever it is, and it's not going to amount to much. Look at antibiotics, for example. A doctor gives a person antibiotics. They say, take this for 5 days. After 3 days, they start feeling better. Then they don't take the rest of the antibiotics. Then they wonder why a week or two later, they're back at the doctor because they're even more ill. And why is that? Because you didn't invest in the long game. You didn't take that whole protocol. You didn't use it to your greatest advantage. You stopped taking it because you felt better. And now this bacteria that you have in your body has hybrid, and it's even a more vehement strain. And now we don't know. Now we're going to have to use a combo of antibiotics to try to get rid of that. So the same thing goes for weight loss. You know, starving yourself to death is not the way to lose weight. So let's get that out of the way to begin with. You cannot starve yourself to death and expect to lose weight, because what happens is when you start to do that, the body then takes over. Remember, you have a plan, and if your plan is to starve yourself to death, your body and brain has a plan, which is, oh no, you're not going to starve me to death. So what the body will start doing is it will start storing fat cells so that it has something to eat when you're starving yourself. And by the way, if all those fat cells were gone, the body would actually start eating its organs. So starving yourself, it does not work. And as soon as you start to put something back on, eat more stuff, you're going to gain even more. It's kind of like a drug addict. You know, they go through rehab, they get all cleaned out, then they get back out on the street, and they do just a little bit of whatever they were doing before, and they end up ODing. Why is that? Because the body becomes clean, pure, and then all of it that it took you to get high or whatever it was, you don't need that much anymore because your body's completely clean. Well, if you're going to starve yourself, it's not going to work. You have to have nutrition in your body because all of this stuff really works in tandem. So have a plan. Let's put a plan together. It means playing the long-term game, all right? And be prepared to face some challenges and don't be a wimp. I mean, it's that simple. It's called taking self-responsibility. And all of you can actually do it. Believe me, you can do it. So, all right. Now, solid nutrition, this is your first step. You need solid nutrition in the morning. And less food at night, because food at night, people that have solid nutrition in the morning tend to eat less later in the day or late at night. And they lose more weight, by the way. So let's discuss this thing about breakfast. Are we going for the waffles, the pancakes, the bagels, the Starbucks, and all that other stuff? No. The body in the morning needs nutrition. If you give your body nutrition in the morning, you won't feel hungry. You will not have hunger pangs, and your body will not be starving for nutrition. Remember something. The body has a satiety signal. Once it gets its nutrition, it sends a signal to the brain and says, all right, we're done. I'm not hungry anymore. I don't need to be hungry. All right? But if you don't give it proper nutrition, you're going to be hungry. And your body's still going to want you to eat. So you think you're tricking your body. Your body's not stupid. It's smarter than all of us, by the way. So you need solid nutrition in the morning. And I'm telling you something. That's why I use Benefits Whole Body Shake in the morning, because I'm guaranteed to get the optimal nutrition that my body can take every single morning. And by the way, when you fill your stomach with liquid, with benefits in it, for example, that satiety signal, because it's powerful nutrition, you don't have to break it down. It's pre-macerated. Man, 15 seconds in a magic bullet, 30 seconds or so to drink it down, and you're on the go. It can't be any simpler than that, but you know that you have the nutrition you need. You know that you've provided your body the nutrition that it needs to send that satiety signal to the brain. And guess what? By 11 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to be dropping off and getting lethargic because you ate bagels and pancakes and waffles and all that other junk, okay? So, listen, my plan is, and your plan should be, and everyone that works on my plans and that I consult privately, they all start out on Benefits Whole Body Shake. I'm not a salesman. I'm a doctor. And that's what I do. I try to give you the best nutrition and the optimal advantage to winning at the game you're trying to succeed at, your long-term game. So you'll lose more weight if you do that in the morning. And there's 16 grams of protein, pea protein, by the way. So it's completely vegetarian. So you don't have to worry if you have, celiacs or if you have, gluten issues or any of that sort of stuff. So with this protein then, 16 grams of protein, you're going to feel fuller and you'll be less hungry later. And it lasts a lot longer. So now here's the good part, all right? So if you shoot for 300 to 400 calories with at least 12 grams of protein, now if you take Benefits Whole Body Shake, you're going to be getting 16 grams of protein. And you're only expending 115 calories to drink a Benefits Whole Body Shake. Now that leaves you with a couple hundred calories that you can afford yourself for some little kind of thing that you really feel like you want to eat a little bit. So see, we just solved that problem. Solid nutrition in the morning, Benefits Whole Body Shake. Only 115 calories. Then you're going to be able to get another couple hundred calories of something that you might, fancy for yourself, okay? So that'll work real well, all right? Now, here's the other thing. A photo diary. Look, I know this sounds crazy, but what you want to do is, I know it sounds crazy, but we all have cell phones, right? We've spent a lot of money on these cell phones, $1,000 or more or whatever we're paying for the plans. And one thing that a cell phone has is a great camera on it. So this is what you should be doing. Start a file in your phone called My Daily Food or Daily Food, okay? Or make each folder like that day. Then what you do is every meal that you eat, everything that you eat, even if you're taking benefits, take a picture of it, put it there. If you're eating a bagel, take a picture of it, put it there. If you're gonna, whatever you have for lunch, whatever you have, just take pictures of everything that you eat. If you open up a bag of peanuts, take a picture of that and put it in your file. Because what I want you to do is, I want you to visualize actually what you're doing, because sometimes we just do zombie eating, and we don't even realize that we're putting stuff in our mouth and we're eating. So the next time you want a snack, you can revert back to these photographs and say, oh, wait a minute, about an hour ago I already had a Snickers bar, or I had a blah, 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 or whatever I had. This will remind you of what you already have eaten and make you realize what you're doing that may be counterproductive to the goal you're trying to reach. So you get that? Take a photo of everything you eat and ingest, and then refer to that photo, that last photo that you took, before you have your next meal or snack, so you know what you had before. Then it resonates visually with you, okay? That's a great aid, believe me, you know? Okay, so now focus on your relationship with food. Track what you eat and how much. Now, when you're doing this, it helps you to be honest with yourself, right? So, but the whole idea of focusing on the relationship you have with your food is this. When do you eat more? What are triggers that make you eat more? Is it stress? Is it confrontation? Is it boredom? Is it loneliness? Is it depression? What is your relationship with food? What makes you, in a zombie state, go for food when something else is on your mind? Begin to acknowledge that, accept it, and then you could say, oh, I know why I'm going over there to get something to eat. I'm going over there because I'm depressed, or I'm pissed off, or I'm in a rush, or I don't feel so good. You get it? So track what you eat and how much. That helps you be honest and focus on the relationship you have with food. Now, you have a dog, you have a cat, you have a child, you have a spouse. What's your relationship with them? When you look at them, how do you feel? When you look at that food, look at it as if you're having a relationship with it. Is that a relationship, whatever food you're looking at, is that the relationship you really want to have? Is it that big bowl of ice cream, or is that big greasy, junky food? Is it that McDonald's hamburger? Is that who you want to have a relationship with? What is your relationship with your food? I mean, you know, do you want to go out and hang out with junkies every day and alcoholics and people like that? Okay, well, that's your relationship with people is no different than the relationship you have with food. So keep in your conscious stream, what is my relationship with this food? I mean, you know, is it really something I want? You know? So that goes with anything, cigarette. I hope you got a pen out. Well, you could always watch this again, so, you know. Now, I've already gone over this. You can use benefits to help you lose weight. It's not a weight loss product, but once you get your organs all working in tandem, they work efficiently. If they work efficiently, they're going to be doing their job a lot quicker, which means knocking off fat and weight. All right? No ifs, ands, or buts. So if you took benefits and eat one regular meal per day and swipe the others for your special shake, your benefits whole body shake, you'll see big results within 6 months to a year. Remember, this is a long-term game when we're talking about 100 pounds. For a lot of you that are losing less, it's going to take you a lot less. But this is going to be your staple. It's going to be something that's going to give you that nutrition that you need. It's going to give you something that's going to get rid of those hunger pangs. It's going to make you feel full. But it's going to be getting your organs working in tandem, your digestive system working in tandem. It's going to get you to be balanced. That's the bottom line. So I got to tell you, I've worked years and years and years to try to make things as easily as possible without compromising. And benefits is something that really does work. It's not your BS protein shake that you see all over GNC or these other big box stores. It's really something extremely special, okay? So try that. But it's only going to work if you get it in your body. Now, let's talk about your house. Set up your food storage. Remember, out of sight, out of mind, and out of mouth. So at the front of your refrigerator, if you put all those treats, first of all, any of those bad things that you have, get them out of the house. Just get them out of the house, because believe me, you are going to just start going right for it. If I have a bowl of candy on the table or chocolates, I'm going to walk past that and go, oh, let me have a chocolate. Let me have a, you know what I mean? So if you do that sort of stuff, that's what's going to happen. You're going to go for it. But if you have a bowl of celery out there, believe me, you are going to zombie over to those celery sticks, and you're going to eat the celery sticks. That's just the way our brain works. We will take what's ever in front of us most of the time, especially when we're zombie eating. And that's throughout the day. I call it zombie eating because you're not really thinking about what you're eating. You're just eating. And you see something in front of you, and you just grab it. So put all of the good things in your refrigerator. First of all, get rid of all those BS treats. Then rearrange your refrigerator so that you have your fruits and vegetables and everything toward the front of the refrigerator. Those good things. So when you open that refrigerator, that's the first thing you see, and try to have it at eye level. And then you see that, and believe me, those colors will start to resonate with you, and the whole idea. And just grab it and you'll start eating it. And believe me, within a week, you'll be used to doing that. And then leave bowls of little healthy things, like I said, celery sticks, those little cherry tomatoes. Whatever your thing is, just leave them out and eat them. All right? So rearrange your pantry shelves. Get rid of the junk that you have and get it out of sight. Put the fruits and vegetables and all the good stuff in the front of your refrigerator. Put those healthy things in little bowls around the house so that when you're zombie eating and you're walking by, you'll just grab those instead of something else, okay? Now, shop smart, not in bulk. So don't go to your, like Sam's Clubs, for example, where all that stuff's real big, okay? So when you do go shopping, make sure that when at your home, that when you go shopping, that you're buying ingredients that you always have on hand. Because the worst thing is to say, gee, I want to do this thing, but I don't have A, B, or C. I forgot to get it. So if you have a family, if you're married, if you have kids, create family-friendly menus. Because then if you get the rest of the family involved, that sort of helps. You know what I mean? So let's say the stir-fry that you make, the vegetable stir-fry that you make, it could be a side dish for them, and it could be your meal. So make a grocery list together with your family and talk about it. This is going to help support you, believe it or not. Have a little sit down and say, look, I'm trying to accomplish this. I want to lose this weight, because I love, I don't want to have a heart attack or a stroke or die. I want to see you grow up. And to your husband or wife, I love you, so I really care about myself. And I care about you, so I should care about myself. So even if you're cooking separately, make a grocery list together as a family or as a couple. All right? That'll be a great help also. Yes, Tina. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, you're right. A meal plan is good. That's right. That's just what I was just talking about. So, all right. So let's get to the next one here. Shop smart. So don't go to the bulk stores. Go to your local grocery store and do that, Now, get support from your family and from your friends, and it'll help keep your weight off. Like I'm a health coach, right? I mean, I'm a naturopathic, homeopathic doctor, biochemistry background, but I'm a health coach for everybody. I mean, I work with pro ball players, I work with athletes, I work with Olympics athletes, I work with even regular people and celebrities. And so I'm really their coach. I'm the guy that keeps them going. And that's what I'm trying to do here every day, coming here every day and doing this for you, trying to be your coach. I'm actually setting up a new membership site where People can actually get personal consultations with me, and I'll be your coach getting you through the whole thing. But that's not today. A little too busy right now. That'll come after the holidays. But, we get support from your family and friends, because this will help. Let them know what your goal is and what you're trying to do, and let them be a positive inspiration for you. All right? Now, Now, here's the other thing. When it comes to exercise, consult a physical therapist or personal trainer, but choose wisely. Now, I think physical therapists are a godsend, because these are people that are really trained in how to get your physical body back into motion. And they work very hard, and it's very regimented, and they really do help you. Personal trainers, there are a lot of great personal trainers out there, but I've had a lot of patients come to me after going to a personal trainer at their local gym or something like that with injuries. Not every personal trainer is certified. Not every personal trainer, even some that are certified, quite frankly, sadly to say, don't know what the heck they're doing. And if they don't, when you get some big steroid muscle person, telling you to lift 5,000 pounds, and you wonder why you just ripped all your ligaments and tendons and pulled your back out. Well, sometimes their push is not the same as your push, and you can't do it that quickly, all right? Now, remember something. You have been carrying around all of this weight for I don't know how long. So here's the trick. Do you realize that you have actually built muscle mass just carrying all that fat around? I'm going to say that again. You may be fat, or you may have gained some weight, but by doing that, you have had to use more of your lean muscle mass in order to carry that baggage around with you. So you've actually been lifting weights in a way every single day. Now all you have to do is switch the mindset and say, I'm going to use these muscles I've actually grown while I was getting heavy set or fat or whatever, and use that to your advantage. So let's keep on building that lean muscle mass, because lean muscle mass loves one thing. It loves to eat fat. And that's what you're trying to get rid of. And that's the way it stays off, by the way. All right? So be real careful when it comes to choosing a personal trainer, because I've seen some real horror stories. I've seen some that do some great work, but I've also seen, and you know what? If there's any personal trainer that's listening to what I'm saying right now or catches this, I'm sure that they will agree with me. I'm sure that they have seen the horror stories too from inadequate personal trainers that think they know what they're doing, but they really don't. And they haven't taken into consideration your particular situation. A lot of these gyms let these personal trainers in because it's a way to lure you into buying a membership. Come on. Get real. All right? Doesn't mean they're an expert. So, like I was saying, work the muscles you built moving that extra weight around. So when you're losing body fat, you want to keep those muscles. So you got to use them if you want to keep those muscles. They burn fat and calories. If you don't use them, if you don't use those muscles, you're absolutely going to lose them. Now, wall squats, with the help of an exercise ball, is great for body alignment. And now, that's where you squat and you put that big ball behind your back, and then you do your squats while rolling up and down the wall. All right? And this will work most of the major muscles below the waist all at once. So wall squats with a ball. Put that ball behind you, that big ball. Squat down, roll up, squat down, roll up, roll down. And that's going to align all the major muscles below your waist. I'll tell you what else I really like. I really like the kettlebell or whatever you call it. I have one and I use it. And they have what's called a master squat or a master lift, and that's where you just take it and bring it up and bring it up. I'll tell you, you don't need a lot of stuff to really get in great shape. A couple free weights, kettlebell, that ball, and you're good to go. Listen, start with these little things, and I don't care if you want to watch Jerry Springer while you're doing it. Just do it, all right? Here's another one. Here's what's great. Depending on where you live, You might have an indoor pool at your condo if you live in a condo. If you live in Florida, you certainly have a lot more time to, swim. Well, swimming is great. 20 years ago, I developed what was called zero gravity training. And maybe it was 25 years ago, I don't know. Zero gravity training, where all these exercises, and I worked with Nautilus, by the way, and developed these zero gravity techniques, which are all done underwater in a pool, because you can't hurt yourself this way. So swimming, by the way, just swimming is a whole body non-impact workout. You can't hurt yourself. It's an excellent calorie burn and no pressure on the joints. So it'll combine cardio, muscle building, and all the rest in a single activity. It also, because of this circulation, it enhances the circulation. It reduces swelling, and it'll relieve pain and inflammation. Remember, you're taking this gravity off of your spine also for a while. And what you could do is, like, let's say you're up to here on your chest, with in the water. You take your arms below and you just do this. Just do that, and turn them over and do this. Come together like this, underwater. All that's underwater. Boy, you have no idea. Put your arms up on the side of the pool and kick your legs up and start, paddling them. You have no idea of how much fun zero gravity training is. To do this in zero gravity, underwater, and that's the best thing in the world. So that's a great one also. Remember, we're looking at the long game here. We're looking at the game that gets you to your goal so that you achieve it and you don't drop off. And you've got to incorporate this in there because, look, your greatest health is your wealth. If you lose that, you have nothing else. So that's what you got to do. Now, here we go. I had somebody say to me yesterday, I've been the same weight for a whole year. Well, you know what? And I asked her, "Are you trying to lose weight?" She said, "Yeah, I'd like to lose another. I forget what it was. I think 10 pounds or something like that." Well, guess what? If you haven't lost let's say you're losing weight, and then all of a sudden you get to what they want to call a plateau, whatever you want to call it. All right. Well, remember this: lean muscle mass is denser than fat. When you start to gain more lean muscle mass, it eats more fat. But sometimes that scale won't reflect it because the lean muscle mass is heavier. So sometimes you might even gain a pound or two. But if you're gaining a pound or two of lean muscle mass, you're losing a lot more fat. That's a good thing, right? So you can't always be a slave to a scale because it can be deceiving. You eat a meal, the weight will seem to go up until you digest, right? You're wearing certain clothes when you put it on. It's not your real weight anyway. You got to get buck naked, man, if you want to do that. So instead of getting freaked out about that, and you know what? I have to say to anybody that's been losing weight and they reach that plateau, and you just say, "I'm stuck at this weight." Hey, celebrate the weight that you've lost. Don't get all freaked out that you're not losing more weight, because listen, I'm going to tell you all about this. Yeah, that's right, Tina. Throw that scale out because really it causes more problems than not. Remind yourself of what you've gained by losing weight. That's more important. So here's the other things beyond the scale. Are your clothes getting looser? Are you losing inches? Is your blood pressure better? And for diabetics, has sugar levels improved? Can you handle more exercise? Celebrate those non-scale victories, because if you just focus on the scale, you'll be missing all the other wonderful things that are actually happening to you. All right? So scales are not your friend. Look at your common sense stuff. Are your clothes getting looser? Are you losing some inches? All that other stuff, right? All right. So now, this is really interesting. Now remember, this is science. This is not like, hey man, this is not, I'm not here, I'm not a pill guy trying to sell you a bunch of pills and all this junk and all this other stuff. Benefits whole body shake? Yes, 100%. I'm guilty because it's damn good. But, anyway, I'm going to get to that in a sec. Tina, I'm going to bring that up, by the way. So after you lose about 5 to 10% of your weight, the body makes adjustments, and it starts to fight losing anymore. Remember now, the body is interested in survival. The brain's interested in survival. So as you're losing the weight, it's kind of thinking like, uh-oh, it's a little query, right? So it doesn't know. So hormones that signal you've had enough to eat don't get sent to the brain, and you're still hungry. Well, this is another reason to use Benefits Whole Body Nutrition Shake, because it will send that satiety signal to the brain. I specially designed it to do that because you'll be getting that nutrition. Remember, when you're eating food, you're chewing the food. And the more you chew, the more it breaks it down so that when those nutrients get to the stomach, it doesn't stay there as long, because the longer it stays there, the more that acid destroys any nutrients before it gets into the small intestines. Right? Okay, so let's face it. So when you lose 5 to 10, so it's normal. Don't get freaked out. It's all right. Remember, long-term goal, and these are some of the challenges. All right? Now, I want to go back to this, all right? Here, Tina says, throw the scale out. I did. Good move, Tina. Good move, Tina. Tell you what. Now, here's an interesting thing. Now, I happen to know Tina pretty well because she happens to be my sister. I'm amazed that she's actually coming here, especially since I'm her brother. But she says, I'm not diabetic anymore. No insulin or meds, and down 90 pounds. Keto did it for me, and shake every morning takes me through the day, and my happy coffee. Well, I got to tell you, this is what the doctors tell you. Oh, type 2. Now, Tina has type 2 diabetes. And with type 2 diabetes, they say you got to be on the insulin, all that. Well, this is not always the case. And Tina is a living example of that, actually, because she's not diabetic anymore. She doesn't even have to use insulin or meds. And she lost 90 pounds, by the way, using keto. And she actually started out on Benefits Whole Body Shake. And that really got her revved and got her rock and rolling. So, that's the bottom line. Now, I want to emphasize here, because she's really touchy about this. She had diabetes. But we work in tandem. We work together for the long-term goal, and she's not diabetic anymore. So any of you type 2 diabetics, if you put some effort into it, you can actually get rid of your type 2 diabetes. Now, everybody's different, so I'm not going to tell you that. You know what I mean? Now, here you go. This is what she's saying. 15 years she's been drinking my shake. Now, my shake has hybrid over the years. It was called something else, but when new science comes out, I hybrid it to take advantage of that new science, and Benefits Whole Body Shake is the quintessential rendition of the formulation that I've made just about 2 years ago, which is dynamite. So 15 years of drinking that shake. Isn't that amazing? Now, I have plenty of clients that have been there 15 years, 20 years. They just keep following, and everything is great. So I hope you're getting this. This is a big surprise. Thanks for coming by, Tina, because I didn't expect you to come by. But anyway, this is not a brother-sister setup, by the way. If you know us, believe me, she will poke holes at me whenever she gets a chance. So she's not she's not just coming here to be a shill, if you will. I mean, she literally lost 90 pounds so far, and she's doing fantastic. She's healthier than ever. She looks fantastic. And, wow, what a surprise that she's up in the morning because she's taking her shake, just like me, and just like thousands of other you. So this is a great point. This is a real person that really has gone through a lot. She was a type 2 diabetic. She is no longer a type 2 diabetic. She doesn't have to take insulin anymore or meds, and down 90 pounds. Bravo, Tina. Bravo. And everybody should give her a big hand. I'm telling you right now, because that is fantastic. All right. Now, let's see. Yep. Now, let's get to the next one. I forgot where I was, everybody. Where are we here? Okay. So, let's see. You're welcome, my sister. I love you very, very much, no matter what you say about me. Okay. So, you get it? So work the muscles you built, moving that extra weight around, and you'll be doing yourself even a greater favor. We went through the swimming. Okay, let's do this now. All right, I told you, after losing 5 to 10% of your weight, things are going to be slowing down a little bit. Your body's going to try to fight that. That's why Benefits Whole Body Shake really comes in handy, because it's pre-macerated, it goes right to cell level. Your body doesn't have a chance to play with it, and your stomach or your intestines and all that. You'll be just fine. All right? So that's pretty much a pretty good indicator of what you need to do in order to have a long-term plan. It's pretty sensible. I can go on with this all day long, but, heck. But listen, this is something that you need to get in your body now. It is the staple of my essential nutrition for all of my health protocols with all my patients. It's a must, unless someone's got some severe allergy to something, but there's no nuts or anything in this, so you're not going to have to worry. But $59.99, $2 a serving. You're worth $2. If this gets you started, and it will get you started, it's going to supply energy. It's got your antioxidants, it's got your probiotics, it's got your digestive enzymes, it's got immune support, liver support. You've got everything you need to nurture your liver, your pancreas, your heart, your brain. You're going to really be happy once you did this, but it only works if you get it in your body. And by the way, any of you that actually get Benefits Whole Body Shake and show me that you're actually religiously using it every morning, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to see you through to your goal. No matter how big of a pain in the butt you might be, I'm still going to see you through to your goal. So the bottom line is, that's how you lose 100 pounds or more, by having a plan, by being patient, by religiously sticking to a program, by identifying how you see food, some of these exercises that I just told you about, and Benefits Whole Body Shake. I'm telling you right now, it's not a weight loss product, but it's only 115 calories. You will lose weight because you will start dissolving impacted matter in your intestines. You will start getting those organs up to speed and working in tandem, which means they'll be more efficient. A lot of great stuff is going to come of this, and you'll have great engine. You know what I mean? So there's how you have it. All right? Now, this is what I want to do. I want to say goodbye, but tomorrow I'm going to tell my story. And it's not pleasant or easy for me, so I hope all of you tune in, so I just have to do it once. And I'm going to tell you who I am, what happened to me, how I almost died, and how every physician in the country, the top tier specialists, thought that I should be dead. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm alive and healthier than ever. I still have struggles to go through. I still have regeneration to do. But I'm alive. I'm here talking to you guys. So I know a little something about the long-term game and the struggles and the challenges. I'm going to tell you my story, and then you'll understand exactly why this right here was my lifesaver. I had a choice to make, and I made it. And I developed it because I didn't want to die. So tune in tomorrow, 7 a.m., and I'm going to tell you the Rick Nappi story. Anyway, until then, I want all of you to have a great morning. I hope this uplifts you somewhat. I hope you get inspiration from it. Remember, make comments. The more comments you make, the more Facebook will allow my videos to go out, and share this with other people. Share it with your friends. Like, share. I surely appreciate it, and let me know that I'm giving you value, because I'll keep doing these things if you get value out of them, because I do take time out of my schedule and my patient load to do these things, because I think it's really, really, really important. All right? God bless you all, and remember, move that fat around so you build that lean muscle mass, and get this in your body as quick as you can. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow morning, where I tell my story. Ooh.